Wednesday. I'm Chesney.
And I'm Lucy, and we're down here at the Henry's Fork Wetlands, part of the Flaming Gorge National Recreation Area. Easy to get to, south of Green River on 530, about 45 miles. An important area for a lot of migrating species of birds, big game animals, and we're going to go down there and check it out.
Yeah,
Let's go. So we're down here in the Henry's Fork Wetlands, and as you look behind me, there's 2 ponds back here and hundreds of acres of wetlands. This is a really important area for a lot of migrating species of birds, as these ponds stay open here until early November, maybe late November. So we're going to see a lot of birds today, and which brings up an app from Audubon. It's free. So we downloaded that this morning. We've been calling in birds, and we're going to try our hand at that today down here at the Henry's Fork Wetlands. If you look at the map, the Henry's Fork River is just east of here, and that river drains into Flaming Gorge Reservoir. So it's really important to managing our fish species and other wildlife species, and many of our visitors to Wyoming, let alone our residents, value wildlife very much, especially fishing. Lots of good fishing that way too, and we'll talk a little bit about that later. So far we've seen lots of birds. We saw a doe and 2 fawn mule deer. Saw lots of scat for beaver and small animals like cottontail. As you drive by this area, you have no idea that there's these beautiful ponds, prime wetland area for all sorts of wildlife species. I'm standing in really old decadent sagebrush that's as tall as I am. That's where all the rabbits are hanging out, lizards, and as you walk down the trail there's even cactus, and then you walk into this beautiful wetland area. So again, this is a huge area for many species of wildlife, and it's just an enjoyable hike. We're right out here on the outlet from the Henry's Fork River dumping into Flaming Gorge Reservoir. And although we haven't jumped a lot of animals this morning, if you look in the dirt here in the mud, we've got mule deer, we have coyote, we have Canada geese, there are worm trails, there's raccoon prints. There's been all kind of action out here on the sandbar. This is an excellent time of year to go fishing. And that's because you don't need a boat on the gorge. You can fish from shore. And with over 20 different species of fish in Flaming Gorge Reservoir, including kokanee and Colorado River cutthroat, it's an awesome time of the year to stand on the shore and fling those lures out all day long and try to catch those fish. It's a lot easier this time of the year. Besides that, the leaves are turning, the vegetation's gorgeous down here, and it's very peaceful.
So we came back up from the wetlands and we saw quite a bit of a variety of wildlife today. What did we see?
Yeah, so we saw gnatcatchers, we saw warblers, all kinds of sparrows and swallows. Golden eagle flew over. We saw at least 20 mule deer down here, just not close enough for us to film them. And lots of tracks that we saw in the mud. So bring your binoculars. The trail itself It's kind of rocky and steep going down, so make sure you're wearing good foot gear and bring along some water and of course your binoculars. And don't forget to try that bird app. Download it free from Audubon. There's a map, and we're going to include a link for you so you can go online and get a map of this area. Just head towards the two ponds. You got Pintail and Plover Pond, and then spread out from there. There's all sorts of critters down here.
All right, so I will put the link in to the map in the bio below. So go ahead and check that out. And thank you so much for joining us for another Wildlife Wednesday. I'm Chesney.
I'm Lucy, and don't forget to like us down below, and have a great day.
See you next week.